Hello.
Hey, Amir. So I guess it helps the fact that we're carpooling on our way to the district executive council meeting. So which club do you belong to?
I belong to the SN Toastmasters Club of District 30.
Okay, well, everybody so far I've interviewed are from our district. So that's pretty awesome. But that was not the first club you joined, right?
No, it was not. The first club I joined was in Naperville Toastmasters of District 30, by the way.
You look kind of young for a Toastmaster. How old are you?
Oh, right now I'm 19 years old. I joined Toastmasters when as soon as I turned 18, actually. I joined Naperville Toastmasters. Because I don't think SN Toastmasters was chartered yet, was it?
No, that was, we're talking about 7 months before its time, that actually a year before charter, because I was West Division Director when I met you. And that's where I actually met you. You are I don't really know this, but you are the youngest Toastmasters ever in District 30, possibly the whole state of Illinois. You did not just dab. Yeah, that's the part where we know you are 19.
Yeah.
Okay, what really, it's unusual because you're what they call Generation Z.
Right.
You're past millennial generation. Most of your generation have no idea what Toastmasters is, or would even join if they did know.
Right.
Why did you join?
Why did I join? Well, in the beginning, when I first walked into the Toastmasters meeting, that's where I met Noel, by the way. I wanted to become a motivational speaker, just because of that. Let's do motivation, why not? Speaking in front of crowds is a big thing, so I got up there, I did my first table topics. That's when Noel reached out to me. He was like, yo, saw what you want to do, let's connect. And for like about 6 months, we kind of talked until I joined. And the path I'm on in Pathways is motivational strategies, and I'm still doing it. That was kind of in the beginning. Now the reason I'm still part of it is, one, to develop proper communication and leadership skills, while at the same time kind of being a representative for my generation. Because as I'm starting to learn more and more, because I do a little bit of marketing and things with social media and stuff. So as I'm kind of learning more and more the effects of social media, I realize on my generation it's going to have a huge impact. People aren't going to be talking face to face as often, so it's going to be harder and harder for them to effectively communicate with other people and effectively lead. And I know a lot of my friends are having trouble with that, so I figured if I can become a representative, show them that Toastmasters has helped me along the way to become a little bit more successful, that they can look at it and they can be like, oh wow, that's a great thing for me to join, and they'll do it too. And hopefully now it won't just stay in my friend circle, but it would kind of go around and create that ripple effect.
First time I met you, you mentioned that about how we talked, but that's not the entire story. The way it went, and I remember this so well, was you did your table topics, and this was the theme at that time that Naperville Toastmasters was doing. The theme at that time was things that you are afraid of. This was October, and that was their sort of Halloween theme.
Yeah.
Randy Erler was the Toastmaster of the day, and then the table topics that they asked you was, what are you doing now that you didn't expect to do, that you were doing, or sorry, what are you doing now that you weren't doing a year ago?
Okay.
And do you remember exactly what your answer was?
Yeah, I was up there speaking. That was the thing I was most afraid of. Yeah. Do you want me to go more in depth on that?
No, but it was kind of interesting, was because you answered it so well, and a lot of people really didn't know that how old you were, because you look like one of the college kids. Naperville is a college town, with North Central College right there downtown Naperville, where Naperville Toastmasters meets.
Right.
And then we were so pretty much enthralled about how you spoke that the vice president of membership, and then the president at that time, if you remember her, Erica, and she came up to you. I came up to you because I was West Division Director. I was making my usual round of visits of all the clubs around the West Division. And then the answer that you asked, when answer that you gave when we asked you about joining Naperville Toastmasters was, I have to check my homework schedule.
I remember that. You guys were like, how old are you? And I was like, just 17. And then you were like, oh no, you can't join yet.
No, it wasn't no, it's just I kind of felt bad, and I handed you my business card. What I didn't expect was that night you texted me.
Oh yeah.
And that's how you told me, and it's like, I kind of felt bad, and I said, hey, here's some sources, and I was pretty much mentoring you, and that's how
I got started.
That's how you got started. And
so it's thanks to this guy that I got started. Fluffy, man, fluffy.
And so that was kind of interesting. Was you joined Naperville Toastmasters? You were so ready that you turned 18, and 3 days later you joined Naperville Toastmasters for their meeting. And then after pretty much them swearing you in because you knew that you were going to be speaking, you gave your icebreaker.
Yeah.
And within, I would say it was 12 days, I think.
I think 12 days was my first path completely.
You completed your first path. So if people are wondering if it's doable, you had it all planned out because you came to visit a couple clubs. You were actually a target speaker for District 54's contest.
Several other.
You did a lot, yeah. So that was the start of your
compressing time, baby.
So you have an understanding that whole process of Pathways. You were pretty much a living, walking testimony of how Pathways is.
Yeah, at the time I was definitely there.
You also have a very interesting role that, as of just pretty much the last week and a half, is that right?
I think so. No, actually, it was still only half a week.
It's half a week. Okay.
Oh wait, no. Yeah, you're right. A week and a half. It's been a week now.
Yeah. So a week, a little over a week, and not only are you the club secretary to Yes in Toastmasters because you're one of the charter members. You're one of the reasons why our club chartered.
Alarm goes off 15 minutes.
It's kind of like the Pomodoro technique. But not only did you do that, but you were asked by our current district director to become public relations manager at 19.
At 19 years old, yeah, it feels kind of cool.
What do you bring on the table?
Well, what do I have to bring on the table? Well,
no, I mean, what do you think? One of the reasons why is because what is your skill set?
I do a lot of digital marketing. So since I was 17, I learned how to build websites using different things. I use Wix, Weebly. My favorite is WordPress. That's the one I built all my clients' websites with, and that's the one I built Toastmasters, the D30 Toastmasters website with. And I was able to do it really quickly. But at the same time, when I was 17, when I started doing that stuff, it was more like I was just really bored, and I was like, okay, I need to make money online. And the first thing that popped up was like, build a blog. It's like, all right, let's do a blog.
Because when people are bored, they say, hey, let's build a website and do blogs.
But you got to have something that keeps you excited.
Okay.
So it's got to be fun. Like I used to be a big adrenaline junkie. And I'm like, it can't be small things like go do like Uber driving. I was too young at the time too. But it's got to be more like, boom, let's like freaking change the world kind of thing. So I was like, okay. So going back to it, it was like, how can I build a website? Learn how to do that. But when it comes down to blogging, it's not really like you make money by blogging. You make money by marketing your blog, and that's where I learned the art of SEO, digital advertising, social media. I learned all these different digital marketing techniques, along with content marketing, and I kind of went more and more into depth. That's where I learned my skill set of marketing, sales psychology, marketing channels, and everything usually in that space. I still have a lot to learn. That's no doubt about it. But because I was still in school, I had a lot of that free time. I spent most of that free time learning rather than doing other things. So that's where I got a little bit of a head start, I'd say.
Let's talk about that. So you said quite a lot of things, and I'm going, yeah, I don't know exactly what you're talking about. You have your own business, right?
Yeah.
And your business is doing what?
So I own a digital marketing agency or digital advertising agency. We specialize in a little bit of Google PPC advertising.
What's PPC?
Pay-per-click.
Pay-per-click.
So, yeah.
Okay, so that's the one where you see an ad and then it's like, oh, let me click on that.
Right.
So you're the guy who understands that, and then you said something called an SEO.
Yeah, search engine optimization.
So what does that do?
Search engine optimization, pretty much taking your website, the content on your website, like the different blogs, putting in different keywords and ranking it on Google. So when someone searches up, how do I build a website, your website comes up first. Because if your website has content that shows how to build a website, and you rank it correctly with the search engines that Google has, that they crawl all websites to kind of find the website that is one most useful and two, is most search engine ranked. I don't know how to exactly say it, but it's more optimized for search engines. You take that and put it up at the top.
Okay. So when you say that, because now people are knowing what your business is, how does that apply to Toastmasters?
Well, with Toastmasters, what the great thing about Stella being, it's got a huge vision of the year of enhancement, empowerment, enhancement. The year of empowerment. We have huge goals, and I love it. And that's the one thing I like, either going big or going home. And Stella's definitely going big with this. So one of the things that we're definitely incorporating is a lot of digital marketing things. And I redesigned the website. I think as soon as I got access, redesigned a little bit of the website. People are starting to go on it, and I could see the analytics of the more visitors, the
people who are actually clicking, and that's because
actually clicking on it. They're actually taking a look at it. They're going through. I've cleaned up a little bit of the navigation, the header, the footer, and you can start seeing the visitors, the bounce rates go down, and all the analytics just go good. I'm not going to go too much depth on what all those are.
So people, if when they reach out to you, like your kind of business, that they can apply it to their business. Like they can see that you can see people are clicking into their website. So that's pretty much where it applies, and you just kind of put it on where Toastmasters is, which is, that's the thing. A lot of people don't understand is with Toastmasters, a lot of your business sense applies to it, because that's why Toastmasters exists for a lot of people, is professional development, and then help out their own business. Some people are sales folks, they learn their communication skills interpersonal on that one.
Right. And so when it comes down to how my skills help Toastmasters and how they're involved in it, we'll be running PPC advertising campaigns. Because I know that there's so much digital marketing, that I can kind of help out creating the strategy of how we move forward. We're going to be using the website that I spent some time talking about just earlier to create blog posts. Start rating them on Google. So when someone says how to become a better speaker, D30 website comes up. And we start kind of marketing, do content marketing, where we kind of put different things like, hey, do you want to be a member? Click here, find a club. And there's a lot of different funnels that go along.
Okay, so now I got my Starbucks, and we even had a conversation.
And I got my cheers, water.
And
gotta stay lean.
Yeah,
not lean, but
yeah.
I just
you're a fitness guy, so I figured it'd be good.
Yeah.
But I got my Starbucks, so I'm happy, and I got my wonderful
croissant.
All right. And on our way to our deck meeting, we still have time.
All right, and we do.
Okay.
And
can't thank you enough for doing this interview.
Can't thank you enough for having me. Cheers.
Cheers. Never expected my protege is actually going to be so much better than I am as a public relations manager.
I don't know about that. I'll be learning from this guy though most of the time.
Okay, well,
awesome.
Say goodbye.
Bye. Thank you very much for listening.
Hey, thank you so much for watching Toastmasters in Cars Getting Breakfast.
Thank you.
So watch out for the next episode. In the meanwhile, what do they need to do?
In the meanwhile, you guys need to go down, scroll down, hit the subscribe button, like the video, and leave a comment below, because we love feedback as Toastmasters.
Yep, that's all what it is. So time for us to say goodbye. Bye.
See ya.